Well, Zeena, I'm glad that we got to spend time a little bit together before Ask the Sonic Crew.
Well, I'm glad I got to spend time with you. You hardly ever come and visit me in the first place.
Well, it's because of Zavok, Zaz, and everybody up there. I thought you were gonna leave the Deadly Six anyway.
I know, I am, but it's complicated. Plus, it's hard for a Sonic villain to find a proper home on Mobius.
Well, I can help you out with some things. If the real estate agent doesn't fall in love with me.
What was that?
Oh, well, Xena, I don't know if you understand, but I have been going through a whole bunch of mess throughout the year.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been going through this thing called the flame effect.
The flame effect? What is that?
Well, it's basically where women, they fall in love with me and I didn't even do anything.
But aren't you married? Are you trying to become a player or something?
No, I'm not trying to become a player. I mean, as cool as a player would be, but no, I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm trying to be a loyal husband, but these women, with their mind tricks and stuff, they're always trying to convince me and think that my wife is a bad person. Look, she's been through some things, guys, okay? Like, jeez, she's been through some things.
Well, start from the beginning. Where did this all begin?
Well, I'm gonna have to say it involved my brother Sonic.
Wait, your brother Sonic?
Yeah, see, take a look at this picture from back in the day. You see, back in the day, Sonic, he used to have all kinds of women chasing after him. From Amy, to Rouge, to Blaze, to Sally, to Mina, to Fiona, to lots of other girls. I mean, my brother, he was the ladies' man, and he still is. But here's the thing, some of that stuff kind of passed on over to me. And I'm having girls chase after me from left and right. From many different universes, in fact. It's just insane. I honestly don't know what to do about it.
Well, have you tried explaining to them that you're married?
Yes, multiple times. I even went on this long journey and stuff, and it still didn't work. Girls are still after me. It's like giving me a headache. A major headache.
Oh, well, it's okay. Well, you don't have to worry about me falling in love with you because I'm not really into dragon hogs.
Okay, well, thank God. Woo! Anyway, well, it's just that, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy women's company. I do enjoy women's company. Don't get me wrong. And I did have a lot of exes in the past, but here's the thing, Xena. They just keep hooking up in the past. They are just hooked to the past.
Well, I guess they're having a hard time trying to get over it. Because think about it like this. Sometimes when an ex girlfriend or a boyfriend breaks up with their current boyfriend or girlfriend, it's really hard for them to get over the past because think about it like this. You guys spent all those good times together. It's just hard for them to let go of all those memories.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, like for example, me. Sometimes think about all the good times I used to have with my exes. Like for example, my ex that I really feel close to is Blaze. I mean, her and we were absolutely compatible for each other. We're both royalty. We both have fire powers. We're both really good with fire abilities and fire moves and stuff. But we were uncompatible because the reason why was because we both have different duties in our universes. She was the princess of the soul dimension, and I was the prince of here on Mobius. And which means is one of us would have to leave our dimensions and be with the other. That was just crazy. But it was a good long road. I mean, dinner, dancing, walks on the beach, hugs, kisses, and all sorts of things. It was just beautiful. But now, we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. And I can't even think about all the good times I had with my exes. Why? Because I don't want to seem like that I enjoyed those times than the times I'm spending with my wife.
I understand that. Well, have you ever considered, I don't know, in a shared relationship?
Zeena, that's exactly what I'm trying to regret because I know I mentioned in this channel multiple times that I was thinking about starting it, but in all due respect to my wife, no, I'm not doing it. Nope. No.
Well, what seems to be the problem with that? I mean, it worked out for some couples. I mean, think about it like this. Everybody's happy, everybody gets what they want, and everybody's living the good life.
Yeah, that is true, but she mainly focuses on the bad things. Like, for example, she fears that I might pay attention to the others more than her. She just doesn't feel like she just thinks that a shared relationship is weird.
Well, that is true, but see, look, here's the thing. With me, I was actually in a shared relationship.
Wait, you were in a shared relationship? I thought you couldn't stand any of the people that's on your team.
I didn't. But here's the thing. Zavok and I, we sort of clicked. We sort of clicked. Sort of. I don't know. We just sort of clicked. But after that, I just decided to break it off because, hey, it's going to be a little bit weird me dating the leader. And so I started going for, Zor. But he was a bit of a buzzkill, being the goth.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is hard dating a goth girl.
Yeah, because they're hardly ever, interested in anything.
Yeah. But like I said, my brother Sonic, he was once the ladies' man. I mean, think about it. He used to have girls chase after him left and right. But here's the thing: the only girl that used to chase after him was Amy. Was my sister-in-law Amy? I mean, she always chased after Sonic. But here's the thing: sometimes Sonic he did often make it a game and stuff, but it's a little bit weird. But anyway, like I said, look back at this picture right here. He had girls left and right. Heck, and half of these girls are even his exes. Like, for example, Mina the Mongoose, Sally Acorn. I mean, those two, they were absolutely great to him. But it was all because of Amy that they had to break up.
What do you mean?
Well, let's just say Amy, she never, and I repeat, never wants any other girl conversating or, being around Sonic. Because she thinks that she's the more compatible one for him.
Well, yes, that is true. I mean, look at them now. They're married, and not to mention, they have a kid.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. But anywho, back to what I was saying about me and Sarah. It's just that sometimes I feel like I'm Sarah's little lapdog, but I'm not her lapdog.
Exactly. You're not her lap dog. You're not her lap dog. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, just as long as you're not cheating on her.
Yeah, because I absolutely love my wife. I love her to death. I mean, have you seen her? She's beautiful, sexy, and plus, not to mention, has the biggest. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything anymore. but anywho, Xena, she is absolutely the world to me. I mean, sure, I have been with multiple different girls in the past. I have been with multiple different girls in the past that may think or are probably better than Sarah, but Sarah, she has gotten through all sorts of things. Sometimes I feel like I'm the cause of those things.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know if you heard about this, but last year my wife, she got into a little situation in the woods with my anti-self torch, all because of Scourge. And plus, not to mention, there were times where she actually thought about killing herself, all because of I did something wrong.
Wow. You know, that actually does happen to some women. They feel like that their men just don't love them anymore. That they wish that, that they never met in the first place. Or maybe they were better off dead because their man is regretting it.
Well, I'm not saying that I regret marrying Sarah. I mean, she gave me some of the best moments in my life. Sure, I did sacrifice some things to make her happy. I did sacrifice some things to make her happy, but sometimes I just wish I can get those things back. Not the girlfriend or relationship thing, sorry. I should be more specific. Not the girlfriend thing, sorry. But anyway, it's just a little bit complicated, Zeena. I mean, you told me that you were in a shared relationship because you said that, but wait a minute, hang on. There is one person that I know that does actually have the same problem. That would be Supersonic X Universe Sonic.
Who's that?
Oh, he's from another Sonic universe. Oh, he's from another Sonic universe. And in that universe, he has women falling in love with him left and right. And believe it or not, he actually has a girlfriend and a kid. And she's basically a god. So basically, he has to do whatever she says or else goodbye their universe.
So basically, in a way, it's kind of like with you and Sarah. I mean, think about it. You're the god, yet she's pushing you around. And besides, I thought most men are supposed to be the controllers in the relationship.
Zeena, please, I don't want to go through that again. Cuz last time I told that to my wife, she immediately broke down crying.
Oh, well, maybe it's best if I do keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, I just am getting sick and tired of this. Plus, not to mention, there's a symbol on Supersonic X Universe's hand. He said if I want it, I can ask him for it, or go to his girlfriend, Susano, for it. But all that thing is gonna do is attract women more and more. But here's the thing, my wife, she really, really doesn't like women trying to push up on my life or anything. She really doesn't like that.
No, I understand that. I mean, if there's one thing that some women absolutely hate, it's another woman trying to push up on their man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But, Zeena, I know some people are saying that, everybody just wants to be happy. Everybody just wants to be happy. Shared relationships are the best ticket and everything, so that way everybody can be happy. But sadly, while some people are being happy, there's at least one person in that relationship that's feeling hurt.
Well, yeah, but I actually have seen this one video where a mother and her daughter actually were fighting over the same man. But here's the thing, they actually worked things out and they actually shared the man.
But here's the thing. That's in a little video. We're talking about real life here, Zeena. But honestly, I really don't want to hurt my wife or anything. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. She's one thing that I would definitely not change in my life.
Well, that is true. I mean, when you get hooked onto a woman, it's obvious that you would want to be with them forever.
Yeah. And besides, I have kids. I mean, how do you think my kids would feel if, their dad was out there bringing in more and more women left and right? I mean, how do you think they would feel?
Well, yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. I mean, you need to stay faithful to your kids, right?
Yes. And plus, not to mention, I want to show them that daddy is not a cheater towards their mom. I'm not a cheater towards their mom. I love their mom. Absolutely. I love their mom.
Well, how much do you love her?
I love her to death. Okay? I love her to death. And sure, like I've been saying before, she does get on my nerves sometimes. I can admit that. But what husband's wife hasn't got on their nerves? I mean, think about it. Think about it. It's always, Flame, do this. Flame, do that. And if you don't do it, that's really gonna hurt my feelings. And you know how sometimes husbands are suckers when it comes to their wife's feelings.
Yes, I know, but called the sign of respect. That means you need to respect your wife and do what she says, or else she's not going to be doing what you say. I mean, it's sort of like a raw deal. You do what she says, and she does what you say. That's called being equal.
Yes, I know that. But sometimes I feel like my wife is getting more than me.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you about that. I really don't know.
Yeah, Supersonic X Universe Sonic, his girlfriend Susano, she's actually cool with it. And besides, I wish I had a picture. I wish I had a picture of what his life was like, but unfortunately, I don't have that with me right now. I don't have that with me. But, yeah. And plus, not to mention, like I said, my brother Sonic, he was once a ladies' man. He had girls all over him, from Amy to Blaze to Mina the Mongoose to Fiona to Elise to Breezy to Myrna the Merhog and lots of others. You know, come to think of it, back in the day, during the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic, he had all kinds of girls after him. Like, for example, Breezy. She was the main one that actually captured my brother's heart. And same thing with Myrna the Merhog. And then there was Miss Possum. And then there was Roxy the Raccoon, if I remember her. But anyway, he had like multiple different girls chase after him. And same thing in Sonic the Hedgehog, the Satayam series, even though he was mainly with Sally at the time. But there was rumors saying that Bunny actually did have feelings for him. So, ding ding. But anyway, the bottom line is, I wish there was a way I can work this thing around so that way I can do whatever I want and she and Sarah can be happy.
Well, that still doesn't sound like a nice deal. I mean, you want her to be happy, right?
Yeah, I do. And plus, not to mention, I'm already dealing with two house guests, which is my ex-fiance, Charlene, because the reason why she's living in my house is because she was pregnant with my child.
Wait, hold up. Your ex-fiance, pregnant with your child?
Yeah, it's complicated. Turns out she hired someone to steal some of my sample and to get her pregnant, because all she ever wanted to do was, have my child. And so she hired someone to steal some of my sample, got her pregnant, then next thing you know, yeah.
I see. But you said you have two roommate. You said you have two house guests. Who's the other one?
That would be my ex-girlfriend, Blaze.
Blaze? Well, what's the story with her?
Well, basically, her husband, Silver, he turned evil. Silver turned evil, and let's just say she couldn't deal with it anymore. She couldn't deal with her husband being evil. Plus, not to mention, she wanted to do everything she can to protect her daughter. So, she's living with me. And believe it or not, she actually is getting along really well with my wife and everybody. So, yeah. But here's the thing. She just doesn't. But here's the thing. Sarah also fears that just because that Blaze and we have some things in common, she thinks that I might still have feelings for Blaze. And the same thing with her.
Well, do you still have feelings for each other?
I mean, don't get me wrong, we are compatible with each other. I mean, like I said, we're both royalty, we both have fire abilities, we're both really good leaders and stuff at running our kingdoms, but the thing is, we couldn't be together because of the duties that we had in our separate dimensions.
Well, well, I don't know what to tell you, Flame. I really don't. I wish I had the answers, but I don't. I really do wish I had the answers, but I don't. But if you want me to sit down and talk to Sarah, I can, if you want me to.
There's nothing to talk about. Her mind is made up. She doesn't want to be part of a shared relationship. And the only reason why is because of another reason. I don't want to say. It's another reason. But it's just complicated, Zeena. I mean, the thing is, my brother, Sonic, he practically raised me to be just like him, kind of. I mean, every day, I'm always adventuring alongside my brother Sonic. And I just sit back and watch him as he, handles his business with all the other girls. But he also told me, don't always have one girl. Don't always have, two girls at the same time. Don't ever do that because that's not right. That's no good. But anyway, he told me that. Yet look at him. He had, like I said, he had women all over him, left and right. And plus, not to mention, it would be kind of nice to have this type of attention. I mean, think about it. Beautiful women all over the place. Beautiful women all over the place. All the love, all the attention you'll get. It's absolutely amazing. But again, I am really happy with the woman I have. And plus, I just want this flame effect to stop.
Well, how did this all happen? You still haven't told me how did this all happen?
Well, it happened mainly when Charlene was steady trying to simp over me and trying to get me back and tried to take me back because you see, me and Charlene, we were part of a arranged marriage. And so I thought to myself, how about I just go and go find my own fiance? So I dated a couple of times. Well, not a couple of times, just like multiple times. Until I dated this one girl. Her name was Manna. She actually was really beautiful, kind, and sweet. But then, as we were at Bunny's restaurant, she sensed that Sarah actually liked me a whole lot. And so she was being a good Samaritan and gave me to her. And ever since then, me and Sarah, we got married and everything. We got married and everything.
But what about Manna?
Well, she was doing good before until I found out that she was suffering through a state of depression. She was suffering through a state of depression, and it was caused because she regretted giving me away. She loved me. In fact, get this. Get this. Right now, she's actually inside her room, lying there. She hasn't been out of her room in weeks. The only time I seen her come out of that room was to get something to eat or go to the bathroom. I really feel bad for her. And I heard that the only way for her to get out of that depression is if I take her as a second girlfriend. And you know that Sarah's not going to go for that.
I know, but it's just like I said. Sometimes when an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend, just enjoys their relationship with their other lover, and they find a new one, they sometimes start to regret it. But they just need to let go of the past.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes the past is really, really hard to let go on. Because think about it like this. The past is the past, but it can jeopardize us in the future. Or the present, in that case.
Yes, I understand that. But anyway, just don't think about what's gonna happen to you. Just think about what's gonna happen to Sarah if you decide to go down the path you're thinking about going.
I'm not thinking about going down any path. I'm just saying, like, this flame effect really needs to stop because it's jeopardizing my marriage. It's jeopardizing it.
Well, there's one question that I absolutely have to ask you.
Okay, what is that?
Well, when you and Sarah were dating, were you ready to get married? Or was she ready to get married?
Well, to be honest, she was ready to get married.
I see. But were you?
Um, yeah, I was.
Flame, don't lie to me.
I'm not lying. I actually was ready to get married. It's just that the thing is, I never expected to marry the kid of one of my closest friends. I mean, Bunny Rabbit. I mean, she's one of my closest friends. I grew up with her. I actually fought alongside her. I actually helped fix her robot arm and legs. It's just been kind of crazy. Like I said, I never expected to be married to her daughter. I never expected that. It's okay, I might as well say it. I wasn't really expected to get married like that. But I am happy that I got married to her. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy being married to her. I'm happy. I really am happy. But the thing is, sometimes back in the day when Sarah had her anger issues and stuff, I sometimes ask the main question that almost everybody has been asking. Why did I get married? But I now know the answer to that question. The reason why I got married was because I wanted to spend the rest of my life with the woman I love.
Yes, but which woman do you love?
The woman I'm married to, of course. I mean, look, think about it like this. Some men, when they get married to a woman, they immediately think, "Oh, cool. I'm married to a woman. I'm married to the most beautiful woman in all my life. I'm so happy that I married you. I'm so happy that I married you. We're going to be best friends forever." And then next thing you know, later on, as soon as that ring gets slapped on her, she immediately goes from a perfect flower to an all-out weed. You know, always bossing you around, her feelings start to change and stuff.
Well, that's sometimes what happens in marriage. You just have to learn to live with it. Because think about it. Sometimes, because sometimes when women are like that, it means that, they just want to feel comfortable and be respected. I mean, you do respect your wife, right?
Absolutely, I do respect my wife. It's just that sometimes she doesn't respect me.
What do you mean?
Well, when I was training to be a god, she never gave me any support. She never gave me any support or anything.
She was probably just scared because you could have gotten hurt.
I'm a dragon hog, and I'm a god. Of course I can't get hurt. Even before I was a god, I couldn't get hurt. Yet my wife was still overprotective. I mean, I appreciate her, being concerned for me. I appreciate her being concerned. I mean, if it was her, I would be concerned too. I would be really, really concerned too if it was her. But here's the thing. I am an all-powerful dragon hog. She was just a normal she was just a normal bunny. But it's okay. You know what? I might as well just put all that aside because let's just say with my wife things can be a little bit complicated. But I still love her very much. I still love my wife very much. I'm happy with the 3 kids that we have, even though one is from my other woman. Well, not really my woman, but, ex-fiance. But anywho, I am really happy with Sarah, okay? I am really happy, and like I said, maybe I can try and loosen her up a little bit and try to get her to look at the positive side of this. But it's going to be a work in progress because when it comes to my wife, and it's really, really hard for her, it's really hard to change her mind. It's really hard for her to change her mind. Because, think about it.
Well, alright then. Alright. Well, you want to go shopping some more while we think about what we're going to do?
Well, if you want.
Please, you know that during Ask the Sonic Crew, you know I'm going to need some more outfits.
Well, what about the one you got on? I mean, that's the outfit I got you.
Well, I do like it, but don't you think it's a little bit too revealing?
No, not at all. I think you look great.
No, you're just saying that.
No, I mean it. I mean, you look great. I mean, with your long green hair, your, situations, and not to mention that hourglass figure. If there's one thing I absolutely love on a woman, it's that hourglass figure. I mean, you look absolutely stunning.
Aw, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anyway, don't worry, this flame effect won't last long, I promise.
I hope you're right, Zeena. I hope you're right, because I really, really want my life back. I really want my life back. I just want my life to be happy. And, I mean, of course, I do want everybody else to be happy, and I can't stand people being sad and suffering. But here's the thing. When it comes to me and my relationship and stuff, that's where it draws the line.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, how about we talk more about this when we get to the Mobian Mall?
Alright, alright. We'll talk about we'll talk some more about this later.
Alright. Don't worry, Flame. Everything's gonna be just fine.
I hope so. You know, Zeena, you are really, really good friend. I mean, of course, Zavok, he'll definitely be mad knowing that, you're fraternizing with an enemy.
Oh, trust me. Trust me, in his eyes, you're an enemy. But to me, you're more than just an enemy. You're an enemy slash a friend.
And to you, you're definitely a really, really good friend. I mean, don't get me wrong. You may have been a heartless, black-hearted Zeddy back in the past during Sonic Lost World and stuff, but now, look at you. But now look at you. You're just chilled back and just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Well, come on. Come on. Let's head to the mall.
Right, but like I said, everything will be okay.
I sure hope so. Oh, and Sonic, if you're watching this, this is somewhat your fault, bro.